Welcome into this evening's broadcast. I'm Samuel Reese coming to you live tonight for game number 7 of what's been a fantastic series between the Boston Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. From Raleigh, North Carolina at PNC Arena, it's the Hurricanes with a 1-0 lead as we get ready for the start of the second period. I apologize for not being able to call this game from the beginning, but here we are. I just got home moments ago, and we are ready for the start of the second period in this winner go home game 7. Winner on to the second round to face either Pittsburgh or the New York Rangers. The loser's season will come to a close. This is one of 5 series in the first round that have gone the distance all the way to game 7. A look at the first period summary. The Hurricanes out shooting, with 23 shot attempts, I should say, compared to 18 for Boston. 10 penalty minutes for the Bruins, 4 for the Hurricanes. Carolina with nearly 5 minutes of offensive zone time. Boston with just over 3 minutes. What's good, Hugo? Welcome into the broadcast. Hope you're doing well, my man, as we are underway in period number 2. Carolina on the power play for 3 more minutes after the double minor to Taylor Hall near the end of the first period as Brad Marchand collects the puck for Boston behind the net and will dump it out all the way back to Antti Raanta, the goaltender for the Carolina Hurricanes. Hope all of you are doing well, and thank you for your company as Carolina tries to counter. It's moved over to the right circle with Trocheck. Now up top to D'Angelo. 2:25 still left on the double minor. Trocheck will fire. Save made by Swayman. Now on the rebound, Trocheck follows up his miss. Goes to the right point with D'Angelo. Back to Seth Jarvis. Jarvis edge of the right circle. Up to the point with D'Angelo, and he fires a shot that's deflected off of Forbort. And now the Bruins will clear it out all the way down ice to the stick of Antti Raanta. Carolina makes a line change with just under 2 minutes left on the power play after the double minor to Taylor Hall for high sticking. This is sent around the boards. It was Teuvo Teravainen with the game's opening goal in period number 1. Here's a chance for the Canes. That pass broken up in the slot as Curtis Lazar delivered a hit. Now it's around for Niederreiter. The Canes will swing it to the left wing. Sent down low to Kotkaniemi. He feeds it to the right circle with Svechnikov. Now in the high slot, Svechnikov gets the return. Back up to Slavin. Fed across, Svechnikov off the post for Carolina. At least I believe that chip part of the post. Now it's Slavin. 1 minute left on the power play. The Bruins just defending for their lives here. A drive by Slavin. Save made by Jeremy Swayman. And the Bruins will send it out. Just 49 seconds to go now on the Carolina power play. No, Carolina has not won the cup in the last decade, Hugo. They have not. Now it's Seth Jarvis. The Bruins will clear yet again. 30 seconds left on that power play. Retrieved behind the net by Tony D'Angelo. Jarvis dumps it into the far corner. Charlie Coyle will get there. He can't clear the zone, and it's Trocheck with a wrister. Glove save, and the Bruins once again send it out of their end. 10 seconds left on the power play for Carolina. Colorado's up 2-0 on LAFC. All right, thanks for the info there, Hugo. As this now comes over to Domi. Domi up to the left point, driven in through traffic, and they score. Max Domi from a tight angle puts home the rebound, and Carolina's lead is doubled with 16:46 left in the second period. Well, Max Domi has played 19 games for Carolina, and I believe this is his second goal as a Hurricane, and what an important goal it is. Swayman made or rather, I think it was blocked on the original shot, and it just fell to Domi along the goal line, and he was able to essentially skate it into the back of the net. Swayman couldn't react. The backhand finish, and the Hurricanes have a 2-0 lead, the first career playoff goal for the center, Max Domi. And now the Bruins really with their backs to the wall. As that's gloved by Swayman, he'll hold on. 16:35 left in the second period. Yeah, the original shot took a deflection, and then that led to the opportunity for Domi just skating along the goal line and ultimately just dribbling that puck into the back of the net. Nah, Mike, there's still a lot of time left in this game, man. Come on. Good to see you, though, Mike. Oh, and that's a big hit delivered on Boston's Jake DeBrusk, I believe it was. Now the puck sent down ice once again by the Canes. It died down, so no icing on the play. All the way back for Antti Raanta. Carolina with 5 straight Game 7 wins, by the way. They're one shy of the NHL record. Here's Pastrnak into the slot. Pastrnak, spin-around shot, and that was turned aside by Raanta. It's kept alive by Boston. Moved up to the blue line. It's held by Lindholm. Lindholm shoots. That goes wide. Taylor Hall behind the net. Trying to find Pastrnak. He shoots. Save made by Raanta. Puck loose in the left circle. Picked up by McAvoy. Lindholm through traffic. Save made. And Raanta will cover up for the Canes. The crowd appreciative of their goaltender's efforts. Some good looks for Boston, but unable to put one home. Yeah, Lindholm had a good wrister from the left point and through traffic was hoping for a redirection. Teams leading by 2+ goals at any point in Game 7s are 122-13 in Stanley Cup playoff history. So getting the game's first 2 goals, just huge for Carolina. And we'll see if they can build off of that or if the Bruins respond in a big way. This puck out to center ice. Bruins dump it in. And now it's out to the neutral zone where Jake DeBrusk collects. DeBrusk for Riley, and DeBrusk again over to the right wing. Bergeron will send one on net, and it's gloved by Raanta, who holds on for the whistle. 15:08 left in the period. A reminder that the Stanley Cup playoffs continue tomorrow night when Game 7 between the Stars and Flames takes place. That'll be 9:30 Eastern time tomorrow night. That'll be the last of 5 Game 7s this weekend in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Also 2 Game 7s in the NBA playoffs, both taking place tomorrow. I'll be on the call for one of them between the Bucks and the Celtics. The 2 Game 7s later today, Tampa Bay, Toronto, and LA versus Edmonton. What a great weekend of Game 7s around the NHL and NBA. There's a chance in front. DeBrusk scores! Jake DeBrusk puts Boston on the board. And with 14:56 left in the second period, the Bruins cut the Canes' lead in half. Jake DeBrusk comes up big for Boston. A pass into the slot, and Brady Shea just not able to react quick enough. And DeBrusk with the one-time finish off the left pad of Raanta and into the back of the net. And the Bruins make it a 2-1 game. A very interesting start to the second period. 18th career playoff goal for DeBrusk, his second of the series. And all of a sudden, Boston with life. Obviously, very early in this game still, but that first goal huge, especially on the road in Game 7. That shot blocked away by Carlo, and a drive from the left wing, gloved by Swayman. That was actually the 3rd career Game 7 goal by Jake DeBrusk. We have 14:42 left in the second period, Hugo. So still very early on in period two. It was McAvoy with the assist on that goal by DeBrusk. Face-off here will come to the right of Swayman. Carolina wins it. The one-time shot sent wide of the target. Now a tight angle drive, and Swayman will cover up after it deflected off his chest. 14:33 left in the period. Well, what an interesting Game 7 it's been so far. There's been 5 multi-goal comeback wins this postseason. There were 7 in the entirety of last year's playoffs. So already it seems like this year's Stanley Cup playoffs have been more exciting. 5 multi-goal comebacks, and we're still in the first round. That tells you what you need to know, as Teravainen has his shot deflected over the glass and out of play. Yeah, Hugo, I'm planning on checking them out. I'll check. I'll flip between the Liga MX playoff games today, and the Game 7s in the NHL later tonight. Yeah, I'll definitely check in on them. America Puebla playing an hour. Yep. Yeah, all the first legs were pretty competitive, so should set up for good second leg fixtures. As Sebastian Aho is tossed down to the draw. The winner of this series will play either the New York Rangers or the Pittsburgh Penguins in the second round. This puck in the far corner. And now it's poked away by Eric Halla. Chipped ahead by Pasternak. Carolina has it in the defensive zone. D-to-D pass sent ahead by D'Angelo. That pass blocked off, and McAvoy will pick it up. 6 minutes gone here in period two. This is back with Tony D'Angelo. D'Angelo looking to clear. That puck kept in the offensive zone by Carolina, but it looks like offside is the call on Max Domi. So 13:43 left in the second period. Carolina doubled the lead thanks to a goal from Max Domi, but minutes later it was Jake DeBrusk putting Boston on the board. 2-1 Carolina. It's a winner go home, Game 7. Back with more after this. Welcome back in, everybody. 2-1 Carolina in front. 13 and a half minutes left in the second period of play. Rod Brindamore in charge of Carolina. It's Bruce Cassidy, the head coach of the Boston Bruins. Well, nothing like Game 7. Those are the two best words in sports. And we have it here. The Hurricanes actually 5-0 in franchise history in game sevens when they've been in Carolina as the Hurricanes. When they were the Whalers, funny enough, they were 0-3 as that shot's turned aside by Swayman, and it's out of play with 13:28 left in the second. And so the faceoff will take place in the Boston zone. Bruins trailing by a goal. Faceoff to the right of Swayman. The Bruins, of course, trailed 0-2 and 3-2 in this series. They've never let it, of course. But a chance to win the series on the road for the Bruins on a Saturday evening. Boston trying to clear it. Teravainen keeps it alive. Brendan Smith, the one-time shot. Swayman makes the save and covers up for Boston. Am I real American? What does that mean, Mike? Yes, I was born in the United States and I've grown up here my entire life. So if that's what you mean, yes. Face off here to the right of Swayman. It's won by Charlie Coyle, although Carolina takes it away. At the right point, it's played across the line. Back to the point. That shot blocked in front. Bruins looking to clear. Another block, this time by Connor Clifton. And finally, Boston sends it out. Retrieving is Jacob Slavin. What's up, John? Great to see you. How's it going, John? Hope you're doing well, man. That puck poked away by Coyle. The Hurricanes will start back up. It's Vinny Trocheck. Trocheck staying with it, spinning through Curtis Lazar. Now plays it back. Shot fired wide on the effort by Ian Cole. Now it's played over to the right point, and that puck exited the zone. Therefore, an offside call against Brendan Smith, who is brought down after the whistle. Yeah, I'm 100% American. Yeah, I'm American as you get, Mike. I was born in the US and I've lived here my entire life. Face off here in the neutral zone, and it's won by Boston. Natchez fires one around the end boards into the far corner with Brandon Carlo. Now to the left point, driven in wide by Brendan Smith. Well, yes, I'm also Portuguese. My dad is from Portugal, but I I'm still 100% American, whereas I think that's how it works. I don't know how it all works, honestly. I know I know since my dad's from Portugal, that makes me 50% Portuguese. I'm pretty sure, but that doesn't mean I'm not 100% American as Taylor Hall shoots on goal, and that's turned aside by the right pad of Antti Ranta. Now it's back to Connor Clifton. The puck flipped back into the Boston end. Forbort will get there. Big collision down in the far corner as it's moved out to center ice with Pasternak. Pasternak on the left wing into the Carolina zone. It comes around to the right wing. Lindholm gets there first. 11 minutes left here in the second period of Game 7. And Carolina will send it out. Retrieving that puck is Charlie McAvoy. Right in front of the Boston bench. Carolina wins it back. David Pastrnak, 40 goals in the season, which led the team. He has 2 goals so far this series. Will he deliver this evening for Boston? That puck played by a high stick for Marchand, but Carolina gets it back nonetheless. The shot attempts in this period, 19-6 Carolina. What's good, Ace? Welcome into the broadcast. You're here again for my play-by-play. I appreciate you. Almost went to the game today. Oh, man. I bet those tickets were quite pricey, though. Yeah, well, I appreciate you tuning in, Ace. And, yeah, it's a good game so far. We're midway through regulation. 10 minutes left in the second period. That puck lifted high in the air, landing in front of the Boston bench. Bruins take it away in the slot. Here's a drive. Oh, it's off the post. Trent Frederick hit the pipe. And the Bruins so close to the equalizer. Now Carolina will send it in deep. Over on the left wing, it's sent into the slot. One-timer, they score. It's Max Domi again, and Carolina restores the 2-goal lead. 3-1 Carolina, and how about the performance of Max Domi so far today? What an afternoon for him so far. And it's 3-1 in favor of the Hurricanes. Wow, Trent Frederick, about 15 seconds before the Carolina goal hit the post. The Bruins were that close to tying it at 2-2. And then at the other end, Carolina scores their third goal. And they're up by 2 again. Domi with 2 goals and 1 assist in 5 minutes and 37 seconds of ice time. Yeah, Liverpool won the FA Cup. I did not watch the game, John. It's kind of been a crazy day for me. I was supposed to referee 4 soccer games today, so I wouldn't have seen it anyways. But I had a rec basketball game this morning, and I actually dislocated my knee in that game, so I had to go to urgent care, and I was there all afternoon before finally getting home, like 45 minutes ago or so. So yeah, that was unfortunate. So that's what I spent my day doing before I got home. I'll be back after this break. Stick around, more action to come. It's Carolina up 3-1. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. This is the first of 3 Game 7s today. Later on in about an hour at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, it'll be Tampa Bay against Toronto. And then in the nightcap at 10, it's LA versus Edmonton. Over in the Western Conference, Colorado will take on St. Louis in the second round. Meanwhile, the winner of the Flames Stars will take on the winner of Kings Oilers. Flames Stars Game 7 will be tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern Time. We're ready for the resumption of play in the neutral zone, and it's won by Boston. Am I watching this game for free, or do I pay for it? Well, I don't know how it works in Algeria, Mike, but here in the United States, there's cable TV, so there's different providers. So technically I do pay. I pay to get the channel that the game is on. Yeah, because I have Xfinity, which is a cable service. So I pay monthly for cable to get certain channels that show these games. So yeah, that's iced by Carolina, and the faceoff coming back in their end. 8:48 left in the second period. That is correct, John. The home team has won every game this series, and will it be like that all the way to the end, or will the Bruins spring a comeback here in Game 7? Still a long ways to go in this one. Face-off in the Carolina zone, won by Boston. To the back of the net, it's Marchand. Marchand couldn't connect with Bergeron, but now Bergeron has it. The wrister sent aside by the blocker of Ranta. Now it's to the left point. Sent in deep by the Bruins. It's fought for in the far corner, and Carolina has possession of the puck. It'll be flipped down ice. Lindholm to retrieve. Lindholm to McAvoy. McAvoy through center, and now wound in by Haula. 8 minutes left in the second period. This is now on the left wing, where it's dumped in by Jesper Fast. Back to the point. Multiple shots. They both went wide, and Carolina will have to reset in the neutral zone. Brett Pesce on the puck for the Canes. The Hurricanes leading the Bruins 3-1. Chasing this puck is Sebastian Aho. He's dispossessed. Taken away there by Forbort. Now a foot race, and Foligno won't get there in time, and it's icing against Boston. Patrice Bergeron, in franchise history for Boston, has played the third most games, fourth most goals and assists. Just a legend all around as a Boston Bruin, Patrice Bergeron. He has 6 career Game 7 goals, which is tied for the third most in NHL history. This puck out to center. It's Foligno down the right wing for Boston. Foligno stays with it, tries to get a shot away, but couldn't do so. It was scooped out of the crease. Carolina will clear, and icing is the call against the Hurricanes. When it comes to most career playoff goals in Bruins history, Patrice Bergeron tied for second on that list with 49. Cam Neely has the record with 55. Here's Pastrnak trying to tap it in front of the slot for Patrice Bergeron, but Carolina clears again. No icing this time. As it's now Patrice Bergeron. Bergeron to Pastrnak. Bergeron flips it into the slot. Carolina back the other way. Lindholm has it. D-to-D pass. Sent diagonally to Pastrnak. Lindholm across the line. And offside is called against Boston as Bergeron retrieved the pass. Or rather, received the pass. But offside it is. 6:33 left in the second period. Oh, really, Mike? MLS is free in the Middle East and North Africa? That's awesome. Yeah. It's not free here in our own. That's kind of ironic because it's not free here in the United States, even though it's our league. Face off here in front of the Boston Bruins bench. It's won by Boston. Wound in on Antti Ranta, who turns it aside with ease. Carolina once again sends it down ice. No icing as that puck died down. Around the boards it goes. Aho fires one back in. Canes will tag up as it's possessed behind the net by Mike Riley. Riley, the indirect feed ahead. And now it's sent to the near corner. Picking up the puck is Brett Pesce. Pesce, nice stretch pass. It's Trocheck with a beautiful move. Trocheck's pass just off the mark to Max Domi. Now sent behind the net. Teravainen up to the point with Cole. Cole to the far corner with Svechnikov. Oh, is that right, Mike? All right. That's your local team, right? Yeah. Bruins win it back, played off the boards, and out by Curtis Lazar. Oh, really, Mike? Yeah, we can't get the Italian League on YouTube here in the U.S. Here in the U.S., it's on a streaming service called Paramount Plus. Here's Sebastian Aho. Aho down to the near corner with Svechnikov. He sent it around the boards, but no one there for Carolina. Foligno getting to the puck. Now at the right point, it's fed into the slot, and it deflects up and out of play. 4:49 left in the second period. What's going on, Posse? Vena, welcome in over on Twitch. Yes, I am a Bruins fan. I know the microphone is kind of blocking it, but there is my shirt. Yeah, I'm a huge Bruins fan. I'm from the Boston area, so I'm an all-around huge Boston sports fan. Not ideal right now for the Bruins, but still a lot of time left. It's 3-1 Carolina, back after the commercial break. Welcome back in, everybody. What a game for Max Domi so far, involved in all three Carolina goals. He scored two of them and assisted on the other. Max Domi just coming up big here in Game 7 for Carolina, and he's a big reason why the Hurricanes have a 3-1 lead over Boston. Domi, part of that second line for Carolina, and that second line has been dangerous today. In the first 25 games with Carolina, Domi had a total of 2 goals, and he's equaled that tally today. That's just incredible stuff right there. As we're back underway, Bruins win the faceoff, and the shot wide of the net. Now it's back with Jordan Staal. Staal's pass deflects into the Boston bench, seemingly, and that results in a stoppage in play. Patrice Bergeron, 50% in the faceoff circle so far today. He's 42% on the road this series, 66% at home. So that's very interesting right there. As Carolina wins this faceoff. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday afternoon, as Charlie McAvoy has it for the Bruins. Now the puck moved out to the neutral zone. Carolina dumps it in again, and this time icing the call, as there was a foot race between Lindholm and Fost. Oh, you're Finn. Okay, so you're rooting for the Canes. That makes sense. Yeah, 4 of your guys on the ice. Tuca has retired. That is true. All right, fair enough. Thank you for tuning in. 4 more Game 7s on the schedule later tonight, 7 Eastern Time. Lightning, Maple Leafs. Then at 10, it's the Kings against the Oilers. Meanwhile, tomorrow, a couple of Game 7s at 7 o'clock. It's the Penguins and the Rangers. And then at 9:30, the Stars and the Flames. What a great weekend. 5 first-round series going to Game 7. That's just remarkable. As this puck is flipped out of the zone and retrieved by McAvoy. 4 minutes left now in the period. What's good, Isaac? Welcome into the stream. How's it going, man? This is Mike Riley. He'll chip it ahead. Hope you're doing good, Isaac. Well, it won't be a great season if the if the Bruins can't get past the opening round. I can sense your sarcasm though, as that's dumped in for icing once again. 3:41 left here in the second period of play. And the faceoff will come back in the Carolina end. The home team has won every single game of this series. Or sorry, the icing was against Boston. I beg your pardon. That's what I meant to say. So Carolina wins the offensive zone faceoff. Pass broken up by Tomáš Nosek. Nosek from the Czech Republic. Yeah, I sense that, Isaac. Yeah, we could have Heat Celtics next round. Yeah, we're one game away from that happening, Isaac. That would be pretty awesome, man. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully the Celtics can get it done tomorrow against Milwaukee in Game 7. I'll of course be on the call for that as Nosek possesses the puck along the end boards for Boston. Behind the Carolina net, it's dug out by the Canes. Oh, a great save there by the glove of McAvoy, but McAvoy lost it in the slot, and here comes Carolina. DeBrusk recovering, knocks it away from Domi, and I believe offside is called against the Canes. So 2:45 left in the period now. A 2-goal lead for the Hurricanes. An electric atmosphere inside PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. The Hurricanes with a 29-8-4 home record this season, 3-0 in this series, of course. Both teams 3-0 at home in this series. An away team hasn't won a single game in this best of 7. Does that change today, or does the trend stay? And does Carolina take care of business on home ice? Retrieving this puck is Brady Shea in the Canes zone. Flipped into the end boards of Boston, and starting up with it is Hampus Lindholm. Now McAvoy over to the right wing. DeBrusk closing down on the goaltender. Antti Ranta couldn't get a shot away. And it's won back by Carolina. 2 minutes left in the period. A nice cross-ice feed to Svechnikov. Onside, Svechnikov enters the zone, finds Jarvis. And that's turned aside by Jeremy Swayman. Now a battle for the puck along the corner boards. McAvoy comes away with it. And he'll send it ahead to Pastrnak. Pastrnak enters the zone. Over to Haula, who taps it into the far corner for Taylor Hall. Hall will swing it around to the left wing. Back the other way. And Slavin picks it up for Carolina. That's controlled nicely at center ice by Teravainen. Swayman turns his effort aside. 1:19 left now in the period. That was a tempting pass picked off at the left circle by David Pastrnak. His pass couldn't find a teammate. Brett Pesce with the takeaway. It's Teravainen down the right side. Sends it ahead for Max Domi. 2 goals for Domi today. And he's basically sitting on the puck. Play will be blown dead with 55 seconds left in period number 2. Tony DeAngelo, meanwhile, drawing blood for Carolina. Looks like, oh yeah, he took a stick to the face from Erik Haula. And that high stick was not seen by the officials. Wow. So that's a big miss there. Yeah. Haula certainly caught him with a stick to the lip. And he was drawing blood too. So that should have been a double minor right there. And DeAngelo showing the officials that he drew blood there due to the high stick. Bit of an unfortunate break there for Carolina. 41 assists this season for DeAngelo, 7 this series, which leads the team. That shot blocked in front by Boston. Second chance, and Swayman locates the puck and covers up after the save. DeAngelo's still bleeding out of that lip as we speak. Yeah, Carolina just getting people in front of the net. That's what made that save a bit difficult for Swayman, as Jesper Fast was essentially trying to set a screen there on Jeremy Swayman, but he didn't lose sight of the puck. 48.4 to go in the second period now. Face off here to the right of Swayman. It's won by Carolina. Sent into the end boards. And now the puck out to the right wing with Pesce. And that puck flipped out of play on the backhand. It must have taken a deflection. And as we have 34 seconds left in period number 2. Thanks everyone for your company this evening. Definitely a weird start time. 4:30, well, a 4:40 puck drop officially in Raleigh. And that's due to there being 3 game 7s today. Face-off here will take place to the left of Swayman. How will the period come to a close? Bruins win it. Behind the net is Clifton. And now it's moved ahead to Eric Howla. The Hurricanes dump it in. Retrieving it is McAvoy. 16 seconds left in the period. Around the end boards it goes. With the puck was McAvoy. Pasternak lost it. A big hit delivered as McAvoy picks it up in the Boston end. And he gets into it as the horn sounds. Forbort, meanwhile, tangled up with Trocheck, actually. And those two have to be split up. 2 periods in the books here in Game 7. It's a 3-1 lead for the Carolina Hurricanes. As we get set for the final 20 minutes of regulation, both teams' seasons on the line. It's a win-or-go-home scenario, and through 2 periods, Carolina with the 2-goal advantage. Well, coming up on the second intermission report, I'll talk about Max Domi's impact today, and I'll give a preview of Game 7 between the Kings and Oilers, which is coming up later tonight. Oh, stop it, Mike. There's still a whole nother period left. So there is hope. Come on, man. Yeah, it is. That's right. It's 1 a.m. for you over in Finland, Posse. So yeah, you're probably glad it was an afternoon start here in the U.S. For your sake. Yeah, no doubt about that. I'll be back in a moment for the second intermission report. It's a 3-1 lead for the Hurricanes after 2 periods of play. And hello, everybody. Welcome into the second intermission report. It's a 3-1 lead for the Carolina Hurricanes over the Boston Bruins through the first 40 minutes of play. And, well, the trend this series of the home teams performing well continuing. It's been that way for all 6 and now 7 games, it's looking like, unless, of course, the Bruins are able to turn it around in the third period with their season on the line. But how about the performance from Max Domi so far in this game? He has been spectacular. 2 goals, 1 assist for Domi, making an impact really every time he's been on the ice. And I mean, he's been he's been relatively quiet. Let's be real, this series, and for him to come alive in the way he has this game has been huge for the Hurricanes. The second goal of the game coming in that second period, also has an assist. His first goals of the series coming in this game. So that's what I mean about Max Domi just coming alive. I won't say out of nowhere, but kind of out of nowhere. Let's be real, as the Hurricanes took that 2-0 lead pretty early on in the second period. The Bruins would, of course, fight back with Jake DeBrusk cutting the lead in half, but then the Hurricanes would restore that 2-goal advantage. The scoring chances 12-6 in Carolina's favor in this game so far. And yeah, the Hurricanes have had more opportunities. The shots 21-18 Carolina, so a bit more even in that aspect. Boston yet to have a power play in this game. Carolina, on the other hand, 0 for 3. Let's check in on the thoughts of Carolina's Max Domi, the man of the moment right now.
Yeah, that's a good start for our team overall. I think that's what we wanted to do. Still a lot of hockey left, obviously, but I still like playing hockey. Game 7's still about and having fun right now, so just got to keep it up.
What has allowed you to break through in this game?
No, I think our line is keeping it simple. I mean, playing a lot of our shifts in their zone and making the plays we have to make. We got chipping in or chipping out. We're doing that, and some great plays out there by Turbo, and awesome plays by Choate as well.
What do you think the first thing your dad, Ty Domi, is going to say to you after the game?
I don't know. Let's worry about the third period first.
Fair enough. Thanks, Max.
All right, there are the thoughts of Max Domi when it comes to the longest Game 7 win streaks in NHL history. The Hurricanes could tie the record if they were to win today. 6 is the record. The Bruins actually did it back from 1983 to 94. They're tied with 3 other teams at the moment. Coming up next on the second intermission report, I'll look ahead to Game 7 between the Kings and Oilers, which is coming up later tonight. Plenty of Game 7s this weekend. In fact, 5 of them in the Stanley Cup Playoffs. And so I'll look ahead to that Kings-Oilers game after this. And welcome back into the second intermission report, everybody. We're friends. Yeah, I mean, sure, Mike. I mean, we've obviously never met in person, but I mean, yeah, we can be considered friends. I don't see why not. Later on tonight, it's another game 7 when the Kings take on the Oilers. Adrian Kempe in the Oilers, or rather in the Kings, trying to upset Connor McDavid and the Oilers. That should be a fantastic game in Edmonton. The atmosphere should be buzzing north of the border. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. No doubt about that. That game later on in the night. And yeah, this series has been very entertaining. Tyson Barrie of Edmonton was the one who scored the game-winning goal in the third period of Game 6 for Edmonton. Of course, the Oilers were down 3-2 in this series, had to win on the road in LA to force a Game 7 back at Rogers Place in Edmonton, and that's exactly what they did. And it's been a very even series. 5v5 goals, 14-12 Edmonton. The Kings power play actually just 3 of 24. The Oilers, on the other hand, 7 of 18. So that is one area where it's been a little bit lopsided. Edmonton certainly taking advantage of their power play opportunities. So a key for the Los Angeles Kings tonight will be, of course, staying out of the box. That game will get underway at 10 Eastern time over in the Western Conference first round of the playoffs. And yeah, I mean, if you want my prediction, I'm taking Edmonton. I don't think they lose at home in a Game 7. I could be wrong because I'm surprised that the Kings got this to a Game 7. I'll be honest with you. A key statistic is that the team that scored first has won all 6 games this series. So that stresses the importance of this game in the early stages. Those first 10 minutes going to be huge to see if either team can get an early goal. That's right, Hugo. You're a Kings fan. Maybe they'll get it done, Hugo. I mean, that would definitely be an upset. I'm all for upsets as long as it's not my team being the one upset. So yeah, that should be a good Game 7 later on tonight. Meanwhile, the first of 3 Game 7s today has to be completed, and it's coming your way. The resumption of play after the break. Third period is next from Raleigh, North Carolina. Will the Bruins come back or will Carolina hold on? The seasons of both teams on the lines. Game 7, third period next. Don't want to miss it. And a warm welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. We're set to begin the third period in Raleigh. It's win or go home, game 7. This is what the playoffs are all about. 3-1 Carolina on top of Boston, but still 20 minutes to play in regulation. Can the Bruins come back in the final period, or will the Hurricanes hold on for a game 7 victory in front of their home crowd? We'll see how this final period plays out of regulation, but it's sure to be tense considering it is a game 7 with the seasons of both teams on the line. The winner on to the second round. The loser season comes to a close. Take a look at the game recap. Shot attempts 51-31 in Carolina's favor. The giveaways 14-6 Boston. Carolina with 10 minutes of offensive zone time. Boston, on the other hand, with about 6. So Carolina has been the better team from the start. Can the Bruins kind of change that around here in the final period of play? They'll need to if they want to keep their season alive. Boston wins the faceoff at center ice, and the third period is underway from PNC Arena in Raleigh. The stretch pass here off a stick, and now McAvoy to the corner. In the Boston zone, it's fought for. McAvoy helped out by Lindholm. The Hurricanes 37-1-3 when leading after the second period this season, including the playoffs. Well, there's something about game 7 that obviously makes it all the more nerve-wracking if you're trying to hold on to that lead, and you never know what can happen. Taylor Hall spins around. It comes back to Jake DeBrusk. Now it's Taylor Hall. Pastrnak from the right point. That's over the bar. I said win or go home, Mike. Yeah, not win or go home. Well, I guess when I say it quickly, it sounds like that. But no, the winner does not go home. I said win or go home. There's a big hit delivered in the near corner. Boston, the offensive zone, and that shot wound in. Aranta turns it aside, and here's Max Domi the other way. His pass intercepted by McAvoy. It's Frederick gaining the line. Frederick will shoot. That's blocked. Second chance. Howlett denied. The puck loose in the slot. Bruins trying to poke it free. Absolute mayhem in front of the goal. The Bruins unable to score. Here's a wraparound chance. Craig Smith denied. And somehow, some way, Ronta able to cover up as the whistle's finally blown. Bodies flying all over the place. And Boston coming out of that, not knowing how they didn't score. Wow. Just multiple chances to stab it home, and laying on the puck there for a little while was Brendan Smith of Carolina. And that's just an unbelievable scramble at the edge of the goal crease. And Ronta just kind of stayed with it, ultimately making the save. And meanwhile, moments before that opportunity, Pastrnak took an awkward hit from Brendan Smith into the boards, and he was a bit ginger to get up to his skates, Pastrnak. So something to keep an eye on there. Pastrnak, the leading scorer for Boston on the season. He's currently on the bench right now. This is Charlie Coyle along the end boards. Feeds it in front. Frederick denied from close range. And his centering pass is picked off by Domi. 2 minutes played here in the third period from PNC Arena. A 2-goal lead for the Hurricanes. That pass finding McAvoy, and a nice move by Coyle. Charlie Coyle to his backhand. He'll skate around and ultimately loses his footing. Carolina comes out through center. Natchez drops it back. Shot there, blocked as the effort was from, I believe, Natchez. Up and down action, back and forth we go. Brad Marchand has it stolen. Now DeBrusk on it. Bruins win it back. It's Marchand. Finding Bergeron. He has it stolen, and Carolina chips it out to center. Bruins will reset. Oh, I haven't even been paying attention to MLB this last week just because of the NHL and NBA playoffs, Hugo. Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere. The Phillies unleashing their offense on the Dodgers. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Shea comes out to center. That's all the way down behind the Boston net. Swayman will pass it over to the left side. Forbort's pass ultimately finds Foligno. Slavin. And this is puck sent all the way down. It's a foot race. Swayman ultimately comes out of his crease to clear it out of danger. 16 minutes left in regulation. A 2-goal lead for Carolina. The Bruins have 15 Game 7 wins in their history. 14 of them, however, at home. Just one on the road. Their last Game 7 win, the Stanley Cup final in 2011 when they beat the Vancouver Canucks, and that was their only Game 7 win on the road as well, out of 15. This puck comes out to the left point, driven in on goal, and a save made by Swayman on the effort by Brennan Smith. Look at the points on the road this series. First 3 games, Marchand 1, Pastrnak none, Bergeron 2. Bergeron with 1 point today, but Marchand and Pastrnak with none. That first line, so good at home at TD Garden, but then on the road at PNC Arena, it's been a complete different story. Boston wins the faceoff in their own end. Carlo, the indirect pass to find Coyle. Pass to the neutral zone where Frederick sends it ahead to Craig Smith. Smith is shot. That's blocked. And now Carolina comes away with possession. It's flipped out on the backhand. Retrieving the puck, Brandon Carlo. It's now in the Carolina zone. Moved ahead to Jesper Fast. Fast will swing it around to the far corner. Riley gets a touch. And now Slavin in the neutral zone. Back to the puck for Boston is Hampus Lindholm. The Hurricanes are from North Carolina, Hugo. Yeah, they play in Raleigh. As that shot is gloved by Ranta. 14:23 to go in the final period of play in regulation. It's just been fascinating how this series has played out with just the way that the home teams have dominated the series. It's Bergeron against Stahl here in the faceoff. And that's won by Stahl. Now Shea up the wall, and getting there first is Charlie McAvoy. Bergeron, nice outlet pass to Marchand. McAvoy down the right wing, looking to drop it back. Marchand skating through a couple of Hurricane players. Now drops it back to the point. Bergeron to drive. Puck blocked in the slot, and Carolina clears it out. The Bruins certainly not with a lack of chances. I do not remember how you found me, Mike. No, I don't. Oh, man, and the Carolina player down. He was crawling towards the bench. That's given away in a dangerous area. The wraparound shot fired wide. Oh, that was quite the chance for Boston. The injured Carolina player, meanwhile, is Brady Shea. He is clearly in quite some discomfort. As Carolina comes the other way, and Svechnikov's effort off the side of the net. This is McAvoy. Clifton unable to control the pass. Hallow will send it in beyond the Carolina net. Hurricanes started up through the neutral zone. Aho gets the return. Edge of the right circle. Aho winds one in. That's wide of the net. Now Brendan Smith sets up a chance. Natchez denied as Swayman gloves it down. 12:50 left in the third period. Carolina holding on to a 2-goal lead in a physical game, a physical battle, and it was McAvoy delivering the hit on Shea. He was the injured Carolina player as he limped to the bench. It's an absolute battle in this game. All right, welcome in, John. Why does my video about the MLS All-Stars have many dislikes? Oh, I had no idea it had many dislikes. I have no clue. No idea. I'll be back after the break. Make sure you stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. Ty Domi, the father of Max Domi, in attendance for this one. And Max Domi, simply put, having the game of his life this evening, I should say. 2 goals, 1 assist. 12:50 remaining in the third period of play. Oh, that's how you found me, Mike. Yeah, that's right. I completely forgot that's how you found me. Yeah. I remember that US-Qatar match very well. That was a fun game. And of course, the United States would go on to win the Gold Cup, beating Mexico in the final. That was awesome. This puck sent out to the neutral zone. Now Trocheck down the left wing. Swayman the save, and he covers for Boston. $12:22 remaining. Thanks everyone for your company this evening. Game 7 of this first round series between the Bruins and the Hurricanes. What's up, Vaughn? Welcome into the stream. How you doing, Vaughn? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Face off here will be to the left of, nope, to the right of Swayman. I beg your pardon. I don't know if I'd do that, Vaughn, but it's your call. I wouldn't personally. Here's Jordan Stahl. Stahl down to Niederreiter. Niederreiter in the near corner. He'll swing it around to the right wing. In deep where McAvoy collects for Boston. McAvoy trying to win it from Niederreiter. Bergeron will help out, and that's a great lead pass to Marchand. Space opening up for Brad Marchand. Winner of the series, by the way, facing either the Rangers or the Penguins in round 2. Carolina once again clearing the zone. It's chipped ultimately out of play after a deflection. 11:43 remaining. The Bruins needing 2 goals to equalize and keep their season alive. Still a dozen minutes remaining. Brett Pesce's had 1 hit and a 1 block shot tonight for Carolina. Another face-off win by the Hurricanes. This is Swayman behind the Boston net. Riley. And now brought up. Pastrnak will leave it. Hall giving chase. Hall staying with it as he and D'Angelo go toe-to-toe. D'Angelo attempted clearance, kept in by Clifton. Riley will shoot. That's blocked in front. And the puck escapes the zone. Back to it is Mike Riley in the Boston end. Tomasz Nosek, under 11 minutes remaining in regulation. Curtis Lazar down the left wing, shoots on goal, turned aside, second chance, wide of the net by Nosek. And the puck back out to the neutral zone where Forbort retreats. This puck flipped out to center, and it's now on the stick of McAvoy. McAvoy, a nice pass ahead. Tripped up was Nosek, no call. Sprinting in is Craig Smith as Carolina eventually gets it out of the zone, and that will be icing against the Canes. 10-10 remaining. Still 3-1 in favor of Carolina. Well, Boston has had some chances, but still just that 1 goal on the board. Face off here to the left of Ranta. That shot takes a deflection. Marchand giving chase. Ian Cole to the puck first for Carolina. He can't clear. It's kept in at the point by Bergeron. He'll swing it around to the right corner with Marchand. And Carolina breaks up the pass. It's Domi down the left wing, all the way towards Swayman, who'll cover up for the Bees. 9:48 left in regulation. Boston running out of time. They have under 10 minutes to salvage their season. 3-1, Hurricanes the lead. It's Game 7 in the first round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. I'll be back for more after the break. Make sure you stick around for more. Welcome back in, everybody. Of course, 3 Game 7s today. This is the first one. Later on tonight, in fact, very shortly at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the Lightning against the Maple Leafs. And then at 10 p.m., the Kings face the Oilers. Will I be mad if the Leafs win tonight? I mean, I'm mad if the Bruins lose, Vaughn. So If the Bruins lose, it doesn't matter what happens in that Leafs Lightning game. I'll be mad. If the Bruins win, I really don't care, honestly, what happens in that Lightning Maple Leafs game. I'll still be happy. It's all dependent on how this Bruins game goes. There's a great stretch pass, a 2-on-1. Craig Smith feeds it across. Coyle could not control the pass. Oh, a golden opportunity missed there for Boston. Here's a drive on a slap shot. That's saved. Second chance. And it's turned aside by Antti Ranta. Wow, that chance there for Coyle is one he'd love to have back. 9:15 remaining now. Coyle with not even a shot so far in this game, and that should have been a shot on target right there. Here's Svechnikov all the way into the Boston zone, has it along the end boards, and now sent around for his teammate Lindholm getting there first. Carolina back out in the neutral zone now. They'll re-enter with Svechnikov down the right wing. Behind the Boston net, it's Hampus Lindholm. Eric Howla taps it ahead. Great link-up play. Boston in the offensive zone. Taylor Hall trying to hold, but he's dispossessed. Now the other way, it's Jordan Staal. Staal keeps with it. Centering pass, the one-timer saved. Big-time stop there for Jeremy Swayman. It could have been a fourth for Carolina. 8:17 to play in this one. Well, let's go back to that Bruins chance, a 2-on-1 breaking out. And yeah, Charlie Coyle just simply couldn't control the pass from Craig Smith. It's not like it was a bad pass either. It was right on the stick of Coyle. And he just completely messed up. He's got 2 goals, 4 assists in this series. But what a blown chance that was. All right, Hugo. Very good, man. Puck behind the Boston net. 8 minutes left in regulation. This will be reversed by Clifton. Boston still trying to get it out of their end. They eventually do. And it's wound back in by Ian Cole. Behind the Carolina net, it's Brett Pesce. Pesce turns it over at center ice. Coyle over to Frederick. Bruins onside. Battle for the puck. Frederick will blast it into the opposite corner. Now here are the Hurricanes, giving it away to McAvoy in the neutral zone. Bruins need a goal soon. Frederick will give chase to this puck. Getting there first was Brady Shea. And that'll be icing on the Hurricanes. Third period scoring chances, 5-0 in favor of Boston. Yet they still trail by 2. Face-off coming back in the Carolina zone to the right of Ranta. Here's Lindholm. Lindholm a drive. Glove saved by Ranta. By the way, David Pastrnak does not have a goal in 7 and counting road games in the playoffs. His longest drought in that aspect. Bruins need some type of magic here. 7 minutes remaining. They trail by 2. Face-off coming to the left of Ranta. It's Staal against Bergeron. That matchup has been going on all series long. What's good, Jeffrey? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. No, I wouldn't say the body language of the Bruins is defeated. No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, they're creating chances, Hugo. They just, they can't put any away. Perhaps they're getting a bit frustrated, but I wouldn't say they look defeated as Offside, I believe, is called on Boston. 6:34 to play. What's up, Payne? I hope all is well. Will I be doing the Celtics game tomorrow? Yes, that is the plan, Jeffrey. I have no conflicts tomorrow for the Celtics, fortunately. Yep, I'll be on for the Celtics tomorrow. Can't wait. Face-off here will come at center ice, so it was not offside. I believe it might have been a hand pass then. Bruins win the draw, rattle it off the end boards, and that's chipped over the boards. Did that take a deflection? No, it did not. And so that's going to be a delay of game penalty against the Hurricanes. So a terrible penalty to take for Carolina in that moment. They've been in control, but here with 6:27 left in the third, all of a sudden, this might give the Bruins a lifeline. And I think this is their first power play of the game, believe it or not. So Brendan Smith to the box, and now let's see what Boston can do. They're 21% on the season and in the series on the man advantage. Carolina wins the draw and immediately clear. Oh, tomorrow's your birthday, Jeffrey. That's right. I remember you telling me that if Celtics Bucks went to game 7, it would be your birthday. All right. Well, happy early birthday, and I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow for the Celtics game. That's centered for Pasternak. What a chance there. Now it's Brad Marchand who gives it away. Aho at the other end, and his wrister saved by Swayman on a shorthanded chance. Yes, I am wearing a watch. I wear a watch all the time, actually. I'm one of those people. Here's Marchand up to McAvoy. Halfway through the Bruins power play. One-timer blocked there. Now it's Pasternak. Another shot. Another block. It's DeBrusk behind the Carolina net. He's brought down to his knees. Gets it off to Marchand. Pasternak tries to feed it down low, but McAvoy couldn't handle the pass, and Aho will chip it out on the backhand. Oh, yeah, 100% Pena. Yep. Oh, wow, Jeffrey. All right. Sounds like a big win. 30 seconds left in the power play. Bringing it forward is McAvoy. McAvoy trying to center, and that puck just barely escapes the zone. Lindholm beat to the puck, and the power play is running out for Boston. 13 seconds to go. Coyle will leave it, and now it's brought ahead by Lindholm. Carolina clears again, and out of the box is Brendan Smith, and fresh out of the box, he'll chase this puck down to the corner. 4:18 left in regulation. Boston running out of time. That shot blasted off of the blocker of Swayman. Now the puck sent around the end boards. Bruins have to consider pulling Swayman soon. Inside the final 4 minutes of regulation, 3-1 Hurricanes lead. The winner will play either Pittsburgh or the Rangers in round 2. This puck fought for along the end boards, and now it's Pasternak. Pasternak gives it away, and it's back with Mike Riley. 3.5 to go. Pasternak, shot from distance, turned aside by Ranta. Bruins try to dig it out, but it's chipped out to the neutral zone where Clifton winds one back in. 3:18 to go. And that puck gets through to Svechnikov. Svechnikov closing in, feeds it across, and the pass was played behind. Oh, man, that could have been the dagger right there, and another chance for Carolina as the shot's gloved by Swayman. 3:04 to go, and the crowd is electric right now for the Hurricanes. Many chances for Boston. Couldn't find the net, and it's 3-1 Carolina. They'll try to close out Game 7 after the break. The Bruins running out of time in their season. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. Look at the Eastern Conference bracket. The Florida Panthers, the only team as of now to punch their ticket into the second round. They'll take on the winner of Toronto, Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, the winner of this series will face the winner of the Rangers-Penguins series. 3 out of the 4 series in the Eastern Conference going to a Game 7. 3 minutes left in the third period. Carolina up by 2 goals. Hurricanes win the draw. Wraparound chance. Swayman shuts the door short side. And Jordan Stahl actually exchanging some words with Swayman. So those two chirping away. And there's going to be a penalty, I believe, out of this with 2:55 remaining. Let's see. Stahl actually thought that puck was in. But let's see the overhead look to see if he has a claim. And no, it looked like that puck was stopped on the line, actually. Welcome into the broadcast, Gabriel. Hope you're doing well, Gabriel. That was close, though, to Stahl sneaking it into the near post as he wrapped around and tried to give Carolina their 4th goal, but it did not cross the line. No penalty. They're actually going to review it here. So they're going to take a look. 2:55 remaining in the third period. There was actually no signal on the ice, so let's see what they decipher. Because if this goes down as a goal, it's all but over here in Game 7. Well, from the replays we've seen so far, I don't think there's any definitive evidence that the entire puck crossed the line. Leafs Lightning prediction, Gabriel. I'm going to take Tampa just because I don't trust Toronto to win Game 7. I can never trust Toronto to win a Game 7, so I'm going to say Tampa. All right, let's see. There's another look. Yeah, that puck didn't cross. It doesn't look like it, but this review is taking a little longer than I'd expect. So maybe they're seeing an angle different from what we're seeing. Yes, I saw that, Mike. U.S. playing Morocco in June. Yep. And so the review continues to take place. It's 3-1 Carolina over Boston. And a potential 4th goal here for the Hurricanes. But it was ruled no goal on the ice. Or let's put it this way. There was no signal, but a goal wasn't given on the ice. The referee's still with the headsets on. And this review dragging out quite a bit with 2:55 left in regulation. Yeah, they also are showing the camera from inside the goal, and from that angle, it's really impossible to tell, quite frankly. I think the overhead look is the best look we can get. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they don't call it VAR, but yeah, there is reviews in hockey. Yep. So pretty much VAR. Yeah, I know, Gabriel. Here's the decision. Yep. So there you go. As I expected, no goal is the decision. They determined that the puck did not cross the line. There just wasn't enough there to signal that it did. So no surprise there that it's ruled no goal. We'll resume play with a face-off to the left of Swayman. Carolina wins it. It's back to Brady Shea. Shea to the far corner. Lindholm will get there. And now it's McAvoy. McAvoy to Marchand. Bruins need a goal very shortly. As Carolina once again clears it out. McAvoy in the neutral zone. Swayman has been pulled, an extra skater on the ice for Boston. Their season on the line here. Bruins trying to dig it out of the near corner in the Carolina zone. Pastrnak looking for DeBrusk. DeBrusk shielding it. Centering pass. Marchand shoots. Blocked. Second chance. Oh, it's whiffed by Pastrnak at the back door. That was his chance right there for the second goal. So many missed opportunities for Boston in this game. Now McAvoy retrieving to the puck. He'll circle around the Boston net. And that pass was a risky one to Marchand. It got through, however. It's Pastrnak dropping back to Marchand. Fed across. Pass broken up. Over the left point, it's Haula. Under 2 minutes left in this one. Marchand, a chance. Shot saved by Ranta. Marchand moves it up the wall. And that might be turned over, although Eric Haula gets there first. He'll fire it off the Bruins' own end boards for Craig Smith. 90 seconds remaining. Boston needing 2 goals. The Bruins' season is on the brink here. The fans on their feet. And the Bruins have 75 seconds. They'll fire it around to the right wing. Coyle unable to get there. Carolina has the puck. Moved out to the center circle. Eric Haula gives it away. 1 minute left in regulation. Oh, that shot cleared off the line. The block there by Mike Riley in the goal crease. Net is empty, of course, for Boston with an extra skater. This puck wound around to the near side. Puck over to the left wing. And now it escapes out to the neutral zone. Back to it is Brad Marchand. Under 40 seconds left in perhaps the Bruins season. That pass all the way down to the end boards. No one there to get it for Boston. They keep it alive. Broken stick on the play. Now McAvoy drives one in. Shot. They score! 20.5 seconds left. David Pastrnak gives the Bruins the slightest bit of hope. 3-2 now the score with 20 seconds left in the game. Well, this game is not quite done yet. There was a broken stick from a Carolina player in that opened up one last chance for the Bruins, and Pastrnak ripping one home before Ranta could get over to make the stop. Only if Pastrnak put away his chance minutes ago. Yeah, Brady Shea broke his stick. If his stick didn't break there, Carolina would have cleared the puck. But instead, Boston scores. A tough break there for the Hurricanes. And now a timeout called by Bruce Cassidy. They'll adjust the clock. 21.7 to go. 3-2 Carolina. And the Bruins still with some life. Still with some hope. Yep, one more needed to force overtime. And all of a sudden, this is making for a fascinating ending. It's Bergeron against Stahl in a pivotal face-off at center ice. Bergeron kicks it and wins the faceoff. He finds McAvoy. McAvoy dumps it in deep. Slavin on the puck. He moves it up the wall. It's kept alive by Boston. Wraparound shot. Loose in front. Now it's sent in the slot. Bergeron keeps it alive. He shoots. Save made by Ronta. Carolina's going to clear it. And Bergeron's shot blocked at the last second. It's all over in Raleigh, North Carolina. A frantic ending as the Bruins came so close to tying it up. But Game 7 comes to a close with the Carolina Hurricanes reigning victorious. 3-2, the final score, the first one-goal game of this series. In a devastating way for the Boston Bruins season to come to a close. The Carolina Hurricanes are moving on to the second round to face either the New York Rangers or the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Bruins, they had their chances in this game, just couldn't finish. Couldn't put enough of those chances away. And then it was too little too late. Marchand had a great chance at the last second. Just absolute chaos. McAvoy had a centering pass. Then there was a shot by Bergeron. Just Lindholm, I think, had a shot as well. The Carolina Hurricanes in those last 10 seconds just absolutely putting bodies on the line, frantically trying to clear the puck. And in the end, they have pulled it out. And that is a tough way for the Bruins season to come to an end. Yeah, just too many missed chances in the end. I mean, you had that Coyle chance earlier in the period. A few minutes ago, Pasternak, before his goal with 20 seconds left, had a great opportunity. I mean, if Boston capitalized on their chances, they easily could have forced overtime at least, if not won this game. But they just couldn't take advantage. It's not like they didn't show up, unlike other games in this series that were in Carolina. But sometimes that's how it goes down. Well, later tonight, 10 Eastern time, it's Game 7 between the Kings and the Oilers. That will do it for my broadcast, everybody. It's been a pleasure calling Bruins games this season, particularly this playoff series. And unfortunately, Boston unable to get past the first round. I will be back tomorrow for Game 7 of Celtics Bucks, so make sure you tune in for that. That'll be at 3:30 Eastern time, so you won't want to miss that. Hopefully the Celtics can win their series and at least keep their season alive, or else it could go down as an all-time terrible weekend in Boston sports. So hopefully the Celtics can get it done tomorrow. I'll still definitely call some Stanley Cup playoff games, no doubt about it. So be on the lookout for that as well as I wrap up school and will be free more of the time. Well, the Hurricanes advancing to the second round, and through the entire series, the home team won every single game. Carolina won all 4 at home. Boston won all 3 at home. But that's what home ice advantage is all about. That's what getting the higher seed is all about, having that extra game home. Bruins knew coming into the series they had to win one on the road, could not do so. And usually home ice, not a huge factor in hockey, let's be honest, but it certainly was in an odd way this series. Good night, Pena. Good night, everyone. Hope to see you guys tomorrow for Celtics Bucks. Yeah, definitely a tough pill to swallow with how this ended, but Game 7s can be tough like that. Whoever comes out on the losing end, it's always a tough result. Yeah, Toronto, Tampa Bay going on right now. I'm definitely gonna check that out. But that was a tough pill to swallow, no doubt about it. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, Gabriel. The higher seed gets 4 games at home, and the lower seed gets 3. That because they want to put emphasis on the regular season, obviously. So yeah. In this case, Carolina was the higher seed, so they hosted games 1, 2, 5, and 7 at home. Well, before I sign off, got to tip my hat to Carolina. This was an interesting series. None of the games except this one really were that close, but it was a back and forth series. Boston came back from down 0-2, down 3-2 to force a game 7, almost able to get it done, but come up just one step short in the end. And how about the performance of Max Domi in this game? He was incredible for Carolina. His dad in attendance. He was very, very impressive. 2 goals, 1 assist, really out of nowhere from Max Domi. And sometimes it just happens that way where a player steps up in a pivotal game, and that was Max Domi for Carolina in this one this evening. Well, it's tough kind of putting a cap on the Bruins season. I don't really want this streak to end, but it's going to have to. The Boston Bruins season comes to a close on this Saturday evening. They fall to the Carolina Hurricanes in an epic first-round series that went the distance. Well, the Hurricanes await either the Rangers or the Penguins. Game 7 of that series tomorrow. 3-2 the final score. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow for the Celtics and the Bucks. Another Game 7 in Boston sports. Hopefully, the Celtics can get the win in Game 7, unlike the Bruins today. 3-2 the final. Carolina is moving on to the second round.